Hi everyone, welcome to MYI Gaming, and today we'll be reviewing the 3 artifact sets that are recommended by most people for Ganyu. So the first set we'll be looking at is the Wanderer Troupe. The pros for playing this set will be the melt comp, where you'll be using Xiangling to throw Goba and shooting the melt arrow. Okay, but the weakness will be due to the low crit rate. You might want to build a little more crit rate, and due to that you might need to sacrifice a little on the crit damage. For my build I didn't, because I'm having the crit damage headpiece, so I decided not to change that and just use 30% crit rate in addition to her 20%. It's a pretty decent 50% crit rate, but personally I would advise you to go for at least 40 to 50 crit rate if you can. Okay, the next build that we'll be looking at will be the 4-piece Blizzard Slayer set. Okay. Now looking at the 4-piece Blizzard Slayer set, we have extra 20 to 40% crit rate, and including her talent will be like extra 60% crit rate. So when you're doing this build, there is absolutely no need for you to build on the crit rate, and you want to build as much crit damage as you can possible. So that's the pros of this. And when you're freezing the enemies, they won't be moving and they'll be easy target for you to shoot. So there's that. And the third artifact set that people recommend, it's the last one. The 2-piece Gladiator and 2-piece Blizzard Slayer. Okay, say if you are doing this, I think you can also play for the melt comp for more damage, but once again you will need to focus on more crit rate. I would advise once again 40 to 50% crit rate, okay, so that you can hit more crits consistently. Okay, what people like about this set is the fact that both cryo damage and attack percent will contribute into her burst damage. So theoretically this would be better for her burst damage. Okay, first we will test the charge shot for the Blizzard Slayer set, 4-piece Blizzard Slayer set, and we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, when you are doing the 4-piece Blizzard Slayer, you usually can freeze them up and thus having an easy target, and due to the high crit rate it will give you a constant crit damage proc, and that's the benefit of this set. Okay, we'll look at one more ring guard for this set. Okay, next we'll be looking at the 4-piece Wanderer Troupe set. We'll be using Xiangling to drop Goba for the melt comp. It does way more damage, as you see here, 3 shots and the ring guard is dead. We'll look at one more for comparison. We are totally ignoring pallet. So you drop Goba once again. I didn't even get the weak point shot, but he still died in 3 shots. Okay, next we'll be looking at the 2-piece Gladiator and 2-piece Blizzard Slayer. I'll be doing melt comp for these two due to the fact that we do not need to freeze them for the crit rate. So let's take a look. Okay, you drop gold bar here. You do similar to the 4-piece Wanderer Troupe. And similarly you drop him in 3 shots. But the damage is way lower as you can see from the numbers. We'll test more. Okay, it's doing around 30k damage to 36k damage. So still dies in 3 shots. We'll look at the okay, it did not crit much this time. So yeah, this is the weakness of the set. You need to build some crit rate. We'll show one more. So as you can see here, it does around 36,000 at the cap of this build for charge shot. Okay, we'll test the Wanderer Troupe set again just to see how big the difference is. Okay, here, drop gold bar. It did not crit for the bloom, but or else we'll see a bigger number. Okay, another weakness for this build will be the fact that when you are going against a more mobile opponent, it's hard to maintain the gold bar burn on him. Like this example, you'll need to cast gold bar again. Once we get it, yep, it's around 38,000 without the weak spots shot. Okay, next we'll be comparing the burst of Ganyu with all 3 artifact sets. Okay, so the one on your top left is 4-piece Wanderer, the one on your top right is 4-piece Blizzard, and the one on your bottom is 2-piece Gladiator, 2-piece Blizzard. Okay, please forgive my bad video editing skills. I think this is the best way for me to show it to you, and let's go. Okay, as you can see, to my surprise even, the 4-piece Blizzard is doing way more damage due to the high crit rate. Okay, as you can see here, this is the end result. The 4-piece Wanderer does about, I'd say, 50-ish% of the health, whereas the 4-piece Blizzard almost killed it in one shot, one burst, and the 2+2 piece does around, I'd say, 60%, a little bit more than the 4-piece Wanderer. So if you really want me to choose, I really think that the 4-piece here, it's easier to build, and due to the high crit rate, it's doing a lot more damage. So these are the stats for the artifact sets that I'm having. Though ideally I would say the 4-piece Wanderer and the 2+2, you would want more crit rate on them, and by building more crit rate, I think you do somehow have to sacrifice some crit damage, and thus making building the 4-piece Blizzard way easier. You just slap in the crit damage as much as you can. Okay. Also, as proven from the burst, at similar stats, the 4-piece Blizzard performs way better due to the high crit rate given by the artifact set. And even though the 2+2 piece is expected to do well overall, the burst and the charge shot, I would say it did not. The Wanderer Troupe charge shot does way more damage compared to the rest due to the melt comp and the elementary mastery given. The burst does better due to the high crit rate from the 4-piece Blizzard. And the 2+2 piece I would say is the Master of None and doesn't excel in the charge shot or the burst. Okay. The weakness of the 4-piece Blizzard will be the fact that you can't do melt reaction because of the extremely low crit rate, but that comes from the comfort of freezing your enemies and they will be easy target for you to shoot. Whereas the 4-piece Wanderer, very mobile enemies, you will have a hard time shooting them. So overall, I would say go for the 4-piece Blizzard Slayer set, as it gives better damage on average. But if you can't farm for the 4-piece set, you can go for maybe the 2+2 or even 4-piece Wanderer if you have the artifact. I would not advise you to go and farm for the 4-piece Wanderer because they only drop from the world bosses, which is not 100% 5-star and it's extremely rare. I was lucky to have 4-piece sitting around. So if you don't, I won't advise you to go for this build. Now, worst case scenario, there are some people actually recommending the 4-piece Hydro set due to the boost of charge attack by 30% here. I would say they are drunk and you shouldn't go for this. But the Heart of Death actually share the same domain with the 4-piece Blizzard. So if the RNG is not helping you and they gave you perfect stats for the Heart of Death set, I think you will have no choice but to use it for the 4-piece bonus. This is of course not the best for Ganyu, but if the RNG is not on your side, I don't think you have a choice. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and leave your comments on what do you think about Ganyu's artifact. Hope to see you again.